Captain took me from my home, put me on dead row, of which I'm nearly wholly innocent of. And I say again, I'm not afraid to die.
I began to warm and chill. The objects on their fields, a ragged cup, twisted mark, the face of Jesus in my soup. Those sinister dinner deals, on meal trucks, wicked wheels, a hooked bone rising from my food, all things that are good or ungood. And a murder seed is waiting, and I think my head is burning, and in a way I'm yearning to be done with all this measuring of food, of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, and anyway I've told the truth, and I'm not afraid to die. Interpret signs, the catalog, a black tooth, a scarlet fog, the walls of...
Golan-Globus, welcome back. Murray, I got great news. I made $60,000 betting on the fate of one downed pilot. Gotta love America! So good. So good. So I want to thank our sponsor for this week. What is it called? Pali Market. I want to thank Pali Market.
Griff.
Murray? I was expecting you to be a little more excited for influx of cash.
I have weightier things on my mind. I hate everything right now.
No.
I hate myself
That's
for letting you know that this movie we're going to do existed.
okay.
I hate you for demanding we do it.
Okay.
I hate the people, everyone involved with this movie,
Yes.
including the birds that were in one scene. I hate you, the listener, for tuning into this episode. Because this, Griff, you're probably wondering why when we came into the recording chamber, as we call it, the recording chamber, I had Mattingly put us in mercy seats.
Yes.
Because we have 90 minutes to get through this episode or we're going to be destroyed. Self-immolation.
And by the way, the song we open with is the most artistic thing.
That's the best part of this episode.
1 second of that song has more artistic integrity than this whole movie put together.
Yeah.
This movie is supposed to. It's like the world is a better place if we just let the tech bros do whatever the fuck they want. Everybody.
If we know the rule, it's better if we are more reckless with AI. That's the only message I got.
The message of this movie is Donald Trump's wet dream. This is him getting a lady
his
boy
wet
come
dream's
all
just
over
getting
his
money.
face. Like, he is so excited about this because it's what do they call it? A police state. You got cameras everywhere. You got you got the people wearing the butt plugs out there now. Camera in there, microphones in there, spies.
That's the only way
everywhere.
people can pick me up on camera. I'm usually invisible, but you got a butt plug camera, you're gonna find me.
That's gonna be the new only.
That's the one camera that can pick up vampires too.
That's the
Butt
old.
plug
That's gonna be the
cameras.
new like OnlyFans trend is people with butt plug cameras walking around in like a little skirt, and there's gonna be so many.
I
people.
think I found my fetish.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of gooners for that content.
Well, Griff, I coincidentally. I did not plan this, much like everything with the show. I don't plan anything.
We plan maybe a day to 5 days in advance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw a movie
Ooh.
on Tubi
Okay.
from 1986. Most people probably know this movie just from a famous GIF that pops up all over the internet.
Interesting.
It's a Wes Craven movie,
Oh.
and it's called Deadly Friend.
Okay.
And the GIF everybody knows. If you don't know the movie, you know this GIF. It's a girl throwing a basketball at Mama Fratelli from Goonies' face, and her head explodes. Have you seen that?
I don't think so. I don't think
That's
I
probably
have.
the best part of the movie.
Okay.
But that movie also had AI involved with it. And you know what? I told Griff a couple days ago, I have a scalding hot take. So scalding, you're going to have to wait another week. Griff has been pounding me. Is it this? Is it this? I'm like, no, young man, it's not that. Calm down.
We were at a show this Wednesday when we released that beautiful Chuck Norris episode.
Yeah.
Jack Battleier. We got the Battleier bump for that episode.
Yeah,
My
we did.
God.
Yeah.
You guys think you were doing a bump off of Chuck Norris's boner or something. They came so hard for it. I was sitting with you for hours, and you were like, no. No.
Saving it for the pod.
And now he shows up today. I said, it's the day. We're
in the
it.
mercy seat. I don't have time. This could go in a half an hour.
Yeah, we're already down to 86 minutes. This is going fast.
Anyway, so here's a minor a baby hot take for you.
Baby hot take.
Wes Craven is a total hack.
Oh, wow.
He's been living off the coattails of Nightmare on Elm Street his whole career. This movie was a piece of shit. It looked awful. It was awful. Everything about it was awful. It was the mercy of its time. I'll just tell you quickly the premise. So there's this kid, this teenager who's a genius. And him and his mom move into this neighborhood because he's going to be working like MIT or something.
Oh,
He's robotics he's into.
Oh, and you said it was 86.
Yeah.
So, come on. We need all the robot man for Ronnie Reagan.
He invents his own robot which has artificial intelligence in it.
Of course it does.
So it talks. Now you would
Is his name Claude?
No, his name is BB. And I say BB because you would think he would talk like R2-D2, right? Like bleep, bloop, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, he talks like a gremlin. Hey, BB.
Tasmanian.
Yeah, he's like Tasmanian devil grumbling about something, you know. And so his next door neighbor is Christy Swanson, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And he falls in love with her. It's a very chaste, sweet teenage love. There's no fucking in this movie. Mm-hmm. But she's being abused by her father, who's a drunken asshole.
Oh, no.
So one day, he's pissed off because he's very possessive of her. Like, where were you at? Why were you at the neighbor's place? He accidentally pushes her down the steps.
No.
And it kills her.
No. Broken neck?
That's exactly what the boy felt. Well, before that, their basketball fell into Mama Fratelli's yard because she had a fully fenced-in yard with a gate. And anybody was anywhere. I remember Mrs. Lee was like this down the street when I was a little kid.
Okay, yeah.
I swear, anytime you touch her grass, you would know. I
had those people too.
Yeah.
I was still in, I ride my bikes, and sometimes when you're riding around the block, you cut the lawn, so you don't follow the sidewalk, you cut across the lawn.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I've been yelled at so many times for that.
So their basketball bounced into the yard. And they're like, it's locked. It's got a padlock. But BB can go through all the algorithms. Open it. Well, we learn because BB is AI, he's doing his own shit. He's not listening to the kid. So BB just goes into the yard. Mama Fratelli comes out with a shotgun, shoots BB, blows him up.
Good. I like Mama Fratelli.
So
stand your ground, Mama Fratelli.
The plan is, because she's on she's brain dead, but she's still alive. So she's on a ventilator.
The daughter.
The daughter, right?
Yeah.
And so they're like, 9 o'clock sharp, we're pulling the plug. And then so the kids make this plan. He's gonna put the AI chip in her brain.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
And I love that they're doing brain surgery. It's literally like there's a little flap of skin and there's exposed brain. There's no even skull.
I love it. Yep.
And so he's going to kidnap. First of all, he's got to drug his mom.
Okay, smart.
We should have a little scene where he's putting shit in his mom's coffee.
Of course. 80s movies love this.
Because they're working on a clock. And then they hear, I guess the doctor, I guess daylight savings, they're going to kill her an hour earlier. So he's like, holy shit. So his mom finally falls asleep. Him and his buddy rush over to the hospital. They contrive something. They turn the power off for a second, so everyone's scrambling. They steal her body.
Convenient power outage, just like we'll see in this movie.
They take her to a lab. I guess the lab where he worked at MIT.
Yeah.
He just literally just has a chip with these long needles on it and sticks it in her brain, and it brings her back to life. But she's a zombie now. She can't talk except going. BB, because she's got the BB brain.
BB brain.
And then throughout that, it's like a Twilight Zone episode. You don't get what you wished for. It's an awful thing because AI is awful, and then she winds up being killed.
Well, Murray, I came across a very profound statement that I think really applies here. Your movie opinion isn't film theory. It's politics. So what is your opinion that this movie sucks say about your politics? Because apparently all of our opinions reflect our politics.
Well, it's become that way. I mean, I every movie I do believe has an agenda, whether even the creator knows it or not, because we're human beings.
When movies were kind of in this,
I hate the thing though. Get your politics out of my entertainment. Unless it's my politics, then it's cool.
Exactly.
I hate that too.
When did Rage Against the Machine get political?
See, that's the thing. Like I guess I'm somewhere I'm in the gray, because that's where we're supposed to be according to this movie we're gonna do.
Yeah.
But I get irritated by both sides. I'm like, people who want they want this mindless. Fucking go to Dragon Ball Z then. If you want mindless entertainment.
That's probably why so many people love anime now. It's bright, it's colorful. It looks at them, it tells them you're okay. We're gonna power up and win this.
Going back to Twilight Zone, watch a couple episodes. Learn how to do political commentary where it's subtle. You get it. But you can also be entertained.
You can watch for the story. You can see things like
you can actually be challenged. Your own views can be challenged without you knowing it.
Yeah.
And instead of just like, all right, we have to let you know exactly what we think because you're an idiot.
And then of course you get movies like the one we're going to be talking about.
I got one more AI before we get in. What's the clock now?
We have 80 minutes left.
Okay, I got plenty of time for this. Here's another AI bullshit thing. There was a woman who puts her music on like YouTube or one of those things. Mm-hmm. Someone trained their AI on her music. And then after they did that, they copyrighted the music that they basically stole and then had her demonetized because she's stealing the music that they stole.
You would love this. Fantano loves to cover this shit. As he should, because he's a guy who, claims to be into the artistic endeavors and everything. But he's been covering shit like this. Seriously, if you want a world where no artist can say anything or do anything because a studio will just come along.
You can. You're just not allowed to make money off your art anymore.
Yeah.
They can steal our art.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait till you guys have the Golan-Globus Theater 2.0 where it's just some AI shit. Because they're training. Yeah. They're training podcasts on our podcast.
Will we be recast?
That's why we're always getting downloads from fucking some weird country in like Asia.
Training an AI bot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think?
That's why we get bot bombed.
Will we just be of like computers, or will we actually be robots that talk and everything?
I don't want either. I don't want that. I don't want either.
No,
I think no artificial or. What's the opposite artificial? Natural?
Official?
Natural? Is it natural?
Natural?
Natural intelligence can do what we do. All right? 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing from moment to moment.
Compounding
I don't know how I'm going to finish this sentence.
You have to have the right. Well, that's why you just let me take it. You have to have the right compounding. We live a life. We're miserable. We look outside. We see that people voted for a fucking moron who's got us in a war. Who's like, you know what? My war to keep my Epstein files hidden. They're going worse than I thought. So Americans, you're not getting daycare. You're not getting Medicare. We get daycare? Like maybe.
I'm just glad we're officially in a war because we've been in an excursion for the past month.
Okay. It is flip-flop between we're in a war to an excursion.
So now
to
we're
an
constitutionally he's broken a law.
Occasion.
He's broken a law, constitutional law.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, Hegseth himself came out and said we're going to take no quarter. That itself, in saying that, is a war crime. But it doesn't matter because we live in this new world.
He's okay because he says it in a badass way.
And he's also a Christian. Excuse me, evangelical.
Knights Templar.
Nah.
That's the proper phrase.
Murray, some of the themes. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready for this piece of shit.
Some of the themes being touched on in this movie. AI just conducting our life, making decisions for us is one theme. We saw this worked out really well in the healthcare situation where people were finding out that United Healthcare was using AI to make decisions on people's, operations.
Well, that's the beauty of AI. You just go, it's out of my hands tied. You don't have to. You can make AI do the cruel things that you want to do, and then you have culpable deniability. You guys, it's not I didn't decide that.
Yeah.
AI decided it.
Yeah.
AI controls everything. I can't go against AI.
AI in charge of our noons and our nights. I want to set this up because these are themes being introduced. You have to actually tune into the second half of the episode when we talk about the movie to figure out if they actually followed through.
If we survive, the clock is ticking.
Did they follow through with these themes? Second theme, homelessness. Being a problem. It's a problem today. We see
always
that.
been a problem.
So, of course, it makes it into a movie written, right around the same time this movie came
It's set
out.
in the far-off future, 2029.
2029, really? I can't wait to ride my quadcopter.
That's probably the only thing I've looked forward to in this movie.
Also, I saw people very smartly pointing out on Rotten Tomatoes that's the only reason this movie is considered sci-fi is because of the quadcopter.
Well, if it's in the future, it's technically sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it's 4 years in the future. 3 years.
Other themes, police violence and violence against police.
Yeah.
Officer, police, domestic abuse at home, constant. We know this to be true.
Yeah.
I have an experience of it in
Alcoholism.
my own life. Multiple experiences of that in my own life. Corruption in the police, of course. Police state, flock cameras, good. These things are all good. Municipal cloud.
Yeah, where you have absolutely no privacy. You can
No.
opt in or opt out, though. You can have a phone or you can't have a phone.
So you would think that this world, 3 years in the future.
Which, the way things are going, this doesn't look that shocking.
Yeah, you think so?
First of all, this movie has been sitting on a shelf for 2 years.
Oh,
It was
really?
made in 2024. This is the
2024.
lowest grossing film of Chris Pratt's career.
Well, he
'Cause
deserves it.
He's not playing a superhero.
No, oh my God! If you go read Rotten Tomatoes, though, people were like, Chris Pratt really brought it for this movie, and it just goes to show what people look at in movies. Because
When I was, we're gonna peel back the curtain for this, because we're honest with you people. When I was doing the notes for this, I was like, I texted Griff. I said, Griff, I want to kill you. This is such a plot-heavy film. And that's every fucking film now. It's just plot-driven movies. There's no characters I care about in this fucking film. There's no character development. It's just plot. And I'm having to write all this shit down. I got like 5 fucking pages of notes for this dumbass 90-minute shit pile.
When I watched it just to screen it,
There was nothing last week in Lone Wolf McQuaid but amazing characters. Dakota, Falcone.
exactly.
Fucking even KO, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And yet, when I read people, because I was like, how do people like this? And
No one likes it.
I went and read Rotten Tomatoes. It's got like an 83 fan base. The critics have like a 30%, which is too high. It should be.
I don't trust the fan base because you're a fan. You're gonna like it no matter what. It's like
one
all
of
the Marvel movies have like probably a 90% fan base because they're fucking in the cult.
Exactly. It's like the fan people, it's like the people who only go to review a food place if they've either been terribly serviced or got a free French fry or something,
It's like they have no critical thinking at all. So I totally reject their opinions on anything. It's like I've favorite movie of all time, Road Warrior, Fury Road. I didn't feel the need to champion it because I love fucking the Mad Max series. No, I was on fucking Thunderdome. I don't like.
Yeah.
I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
And you need to be honest with yourselves.
It's just, I don't know if people are reaching for something, like they just need something to grasp onto and they just don't understand how to find the things. So they see a movie like this and they're like, oh, this is neat. I mean,
we live in a world where your hobby is your personality now.
Yeah.
It's not just something you're into. It's who you are.
Yeah.
And I think this is something from this.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking annoyed by this movie.
I'm so fucking annoyed too. I mean,
Should we get into this fucking movie? The time clock is ticking.
I just love throughout this movie, we're talking maybe 5 years into the future, one person. I know you said it was probably on the shelf for 2 years though, so I
Yeah.
dated it back to 24.
Okay, yeah.
So like anywhere between 3 to 5 years. People just were like, no, we accept AI. Yeah, look outside the window today. Is everyone just accepting AI?
No one is. We're all rejecting it.
And
being
yet, in this
forced.
movie, how many people reject AI? It's one. And it's not because of AI. It's because of a personal grudge. These are the little strokes about this movie that make it so fucking bad.
Well, we should be happy that it bombed then. Maybe people are getting it now.
I don't know if they are.
Say
I don't
no
know
to
if they are.
clankers.
But if you would like to take us to Trailer Town, I watched the trailer for this one because I was like, I have to know how they tried to pitch this movie. And it is Chris Pratt running around with the fucking assault rifle. Yeah, I know.
That's like 30 seconds of the movie.
That is maybe 15 seconds of the movie.
This movie was 90 minutes if you take out the credits. Felt like I had 90 minutes, people. What's going on with you?
Sometimes with this mustache, when you take a
yeah.
drink, it
Yeah,
it rips a hair.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It probably is more enjoyable in this movie.
Yeah.
What were they? Next 90 minutes, I had to take a break. I was exhausted.
Multiple
from this
breaks.
Movie.
I recorded this. I took notes over 2 days.
So did I.
I'm sorry. Sometimes we do have to challenge ourselves.
Well, you're going to take the challenge along with us. Mercy, mercy me. I don't want to see this trailer.
Tilo.
See, you're going to have to listen to it instead.
Tilo!
The clock is ticking, people. See you on the other side. I hope this doesn't take up much of our time. Please let this be a 2-minute or less trailer.
Oh, God.
See ya.
What about me? What about Raven?
My name is Detective Christopher Raven. We live in a world where murderers walk free, in a justice system bogged down by red tape and human error. That all ends with mercy. A judicial system powered by artificial intelligence with access to every camera, cell phone, and database. If you commit a capital crime, you have 90 minutes to prove your innocence to an AI judge, or you will be executed.
Detective Raven, I'm Judge Maddox, and this is the Mercy Capital Court.
Hold on, just wait a second.
You're before this court today charged with the murder of your wife.
I loved my wife. I didn't hurt her.
If you are innocent, prove it.
I need us to walk the scene. No, I have something here. We gotta go old school. That's a bomb.
Get me out of here!
You're running out of time.
Wow, thank you for that. Bring that back. Pause. Play it again. Can you find out who that is?
Do you want to uncover the truth? Even if the truth is dark.
Do you honestly think that I killed my wife?
I think there's more that you're not revealing.
What about me? What about Raven?
Welcome back, people. It's 2029 LA, and the homeless problem has only grown, Murray.
We got a world built, so we get this little thing at the front. First, we just see a shape in a chair come to.
Yeah.
And then we get the exposition dump, how the world we're living in, the world we can barely comprehend. I mean, it's 3 years in the future, Greg.
Right. And as we know, homeless people equals super crime.
Well, mass unemployment, which causes homelessness, which causes crime. It's a domino effect.
It's nothing that we can relate to today going on right now.
So much so. Well, we also want to say that the Mercy program is new and it's only being tested out in L.A. right at this moment. So it's not all over the country at this time.
It's only one of the biggest cities in America.
Oh, the perfect thing. And L.A. has a huge homelessness problem right now. So I can imagine what's going to be like in 3 years.
That's right.
Can't even afford daycare. And so we have what's known as red zones, where we just cordon off the undesirables into their own little zone.
We've seen this a million times throughout our movies. This movie does it terribly, as you'd expect. We just saw it in They Live.
Mm-hmm. So the LAPD is being wasted. It's like RoboCop. Nobody's helping them. We need something. We need the Mercy Court.
It's incredible because it's like Trump's whole thing. We bombed out Iran completely, yet this war is still going to
Griff,
drag on for 2
keep
to
your
9
politics
months.
out of my review.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
So the Mercy Court AI is passed, and it's been running for 2 years. So then I guess it's next year this is going to happen.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. Everything is going amazing.
So, and I've heard people in real life throw this idea out. I don't know, maybe they were inspired by this movie. That because the caseloads are so much that why don't we just farm it out, subcontract out our court system to AI and let them figure it out.
We already have private prisons. Why don't we just allow Palantir and the flat cameras and those types of places just do it right on hand?
Also, we got hovercopters, so it's not all dystopian, people.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
No,
we might not be allowed to use them. Might just be a
this
cops
movie
only
is
thing.
not dystopian at all. It's utopian, Murray. This is basically Star Trek.
They're smoking the hopium on this
They
motherfucker.
really are. Everything is golden here until they arrest the wrong guy.
So far, 18 people have been executed. Rightfully, they were found guilty. Crime has dropped 68%. We actually can afford daycare now. That's how much it is.
Libertarians' wet dream. Billions of dollars in tax money saved. Is it because the LAPD cops died and they just never hired new ones because they made AI take their place?
Well, I think it's because we're just executing these people instead of putting them in prison, spending money on them.
They talk about the mercy system. They haven't explained, like, is there a downfall to mercy? Is there, like, mercy, like a little mercy-less or something?
Yeah, well, there has to be. You can't kill people for, like, shoplifting.
Maybe they have AI chips in the guns now, so the cops just shoot people in the face and, like, well, AI said it was a threat.
Well, all I know is because we live in such a surveillance state, there's peace everywhere. Criminals are immediately picked up. And then they're prosecuted in 90. It's like the dominoes of law. The 90 minutes or less.
Yes. And so I did read through a page or two of Rotten Tomato reviews, and so everyone, of course, is saying it's like Minority Report. Minority Report is superhumans with like mental abilities to reach out, and they have to be in the tank to really power. That's where you get Stranger Things and
the defecation.
11 in the defecation chamber to heighten her abilities. It's not about AI. It's about humans with emotions that have super talents, Yeah. So shut the fuck up about that.
All right, so we set up the world. This is where we meet our hero. And I use that term loosely because he's a piece of shit. Chris Raven.
Awful name.
I was like, I'm getting ready. This is what I do. This is my process, people. I type up IMDb cast because I got to know these fucking names.
Yes, you're describing my process too right now.
And then I look and I go, are you fucking kidding me? Chris Raven.
Chris Raven.
Is he like also part-time magician, mind freak, Chris Raven? Like what? You know what? You know what I think it is? Because Edgar Allan Poe wrote a story called The Raven, Griff. Edgar Allan Poe also is considered the father of the mystery story.
Yeah.
Do you think that's how they came up with this?
I think this was just this guy was writing this for an hour and wrote in a random name.
No, I think he thought this is just a badass name.
You think
Chris
so?
Raven. Chris Raven.
I looked up this guy's career and it's not much, so probably.
He wakes up. He's strapped to the mercy chair. So is it like an electric chair? Then I don't even know. Did it set you on fire? What does it do?
Well, they explained that there's these two pulsing vibration. Yeah, we're explained to that it's like that massage you're feeling right now in your lower back. It's gonna get a lot more punishing.
It was funny how they that beaded kind of.
They had the bead.
It's comfortable.
It is
for
comfortable.
90 minutes.
Well, you need to be comfortable if
right.
You
need to be calm because you got 90 minutes or you're gonna die.
You got 90 minutes to. You heard the trailer, people. 90 minutes to solve your own crime that you're being convicted of.
Right. Do your own research.
This is do your own research. In parentheses, enhance the movie.
So he has access to all court evidence, all the files. He can He can tap into the cloud.
The municipal cloud, like we were talking about. So
Right.
think about that commercial that everybody hated from the Super Bowl where they were like, oh, with Flock, and if you've got your Flock camera on and a dog goes missing, everybody can work together to find your dog. This is the John Wick fallacy. This is what I call this, where you're just like, John Wick's a good movie because his dog died and he's mad and he kills people. This movie and what they did in that commercial is just like, well, we all love our pets, but we won't help veterinarian clinics and help people who have pets treat their pets and anything. But in this movie, it's just like, no, we need a police state so we can find our lost dogs.
So you have complete access to everybody's private information.
Phones, email accounts, every
So,
Epstein files.
You know what I would do, Griff, if I was like guilty?
Yeah.
I knew I was guilty. I wasn't getting out of it.
Oh, you just
I'm checking out everybody's fucking porn history.
Oh,
I'm calling you and going, hey, man, I fucking know you're into ladyboys, Griff.
Who's
Click.
that director that everybody hates now? Or not director, producer, Weinstein.
Yeah, Weinstein.
You just be like, give me the Weinstein files. I want to see how fucked this shit is. Like, that's the access he has. So, in this modern world, access to everything, he's basically like going into AOL chat rooms and trying to get at like weird little threads. Like, no, you gave him too much power. And he is just stupid because he's a terrible character with no brain, and that's why, Murray, he's a cop.
Wow. So we're introduced to Judge Maddox, who's an AI creation. Do you think they made her a little shiny to really sell the idea of
they
AI?
did. What was with the hair? Like, okay, this is the one conversational piece. They made the AI a woman. They
know who it is?
they gave it long.
She's in your favorite movie.
Oh wow, what movie?
Jessica Atreides.
Have I watched those movies?
I don't know. No, but you still hate them for some reason. You've never seen them, but you've.
I don't like Dennis Villeneuve.
Well, give him a chance.
I've given 3 of his movies a chance. You said the second movie was pretty good.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Because I have no bias. I have no knowledge of Dune. So as a layman Duner, that's what they're called, Duners. Yeah. I was fine with it. I was like, this is okay. Because I went in with no expectations. Maybe you got too much expectations. You've read the books.
Well, I hate the books, too. The first book is good. The second book
That's
sucks.
what I hear from everybody.
And everybody tells me, no,
it's a one-hit wonder, basically.
Second book is a slog, but the third book is fucking great. No, the third book sucks so hard.
Clock is ticking. So, we have Chris Raven. He's like, it's basically like an electric chair. So his arms and feet are shackled, and there's a little readout, like a speaking spell you can like type in.
Yeah. This is the future of movie theaters, by the way. You're going to pay $1,000 to get an immersive
Except the
experience.
Mercy seat is more comfortable.
Yeah, and a little robot hand will feed you popcorn.
We do face recognition to prove this is Chris Raven. We haven't got the wrong guy.
I got his stats: 6'4", 4 testicles, dick down to his ankles.
He has no idea. He came to in the chair. He's like, "Why am I here?" You murdered your wife, Mr. Raven.
And then we get so it's the future. You know how we have floating screens in front of us and everything now? A bunch of floating screens show the body cam footage. We watch most of this movie in cell phone, like short videos, vertical style, and body cam footage from the LAPD. Right. And we get to see Nicole,
his wife,
Raven, bleeding out on the kitchen floor.
Who did this? Who did this to you? You know what? When we're gonna have a lot to talk about when because was this ever resolved? She says Chris.
Oh no! This never was.
The murder itself never makes sense. Like how we never really get how but for the spoilers, Chris isn't the murderer.
No, Chris. Of course,
spoiler
Chris
alert.
You know, Chris Pratt, one of the. But
we're still given no explanation how the guy got away with it. And it starts with this. She says Chris,
and people are like.
I was waiting to. Spoiler alert, people. I was waiting that someone has some kind of like a predator type like sci-fi
where
it looked like him. Like
Sci-fi.
he was wearing like a skin of Chris.
Something
like holographic skin.
It would either have to be that or somebody who's programmed into the AI systems or could replace footage or anything.
I'm already furious because I forgot about this.
Yeah, I know. It is the most boring fucking thriller I've ever seen, and the mystery of this all, well, who, how? And it's like, they didn't think about any of this. They literally wrote this down on a napkin, and Amazon Films was like, here's $1 billion. Can I get Chris Pratt? You know Bezos just wanted to fucking jerk off with Chris Pratt.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to bro down with him.
Yeah.
You know?
He was like, oh, is Chris going to the bathroom? I'm going to go in. Swords?
They're
Do you want to play
probably
swords?
he's probably like discussing like weightlifting techniques and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Bezos got the fucking
Bezos
abs.
got that bod. So, of course, Chris is like, holy shit, I didn't murder my own wife. I could never do that. I love her. And Maddox's like, you're the only person in the house. And, of course, the evidence of him going, the police showing up and saying, who did this to you? And she goes, Chris, my husband, Chris Raven.
Mind freak.
What about Raven?
It would have been better if it was Raven.
I wish it was the wrestler Raven.
So he's given the like little keyboard pad so he can do his own research.
That's right.
And he's seeing a news report, probably live.
The first thing he does is watches the mainstream media report of.
Did you ever watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Because we know Chris Pratt is from Parks and Rec.
Yes.
So did you notice the Easter egg they thrown in?
Oh, God.
Purd, the news guy from Parks and Rec, is the news guy.
Oh, God. You see, Murray, I did not notice that. This is why people probably thought this movie was cool. They're like, oh, my God, it's the news guy.
So he's watching a news report, and we learn that he was a huge proponent of mercy. In fact, the first victim, it's not victim, because people who die in the mercy seat deserve it. So what would it be?
Convicted.
The criminal?
Criminal.
The first piece of shit that was killed by mercy not killed, rightfully executed, was one of his cases.
That's right. And so he's a champion of. You're expecting this to be like a world, like you have people for this and people uncomfortable. Nope. Not at all.
So the whole story is how ironic that this guy who was so for the mercy seat is now facing the mercy seat.
That's the story they're trying to tell. So that was the first case that he was involved with. He's in a suit and tie.
The first case Mercy was involved with.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I'm sorry. And so he's got the suit and tie. You know he's higher up. He's not just like a beat cop or anything like that. And now he's the 19th person who's going to the mercy seat.
So he's asked, why do you plead? Of course, he says not guilty. He's not guilty.
And this is where we see the pop-ups, like a video game, because you got to make everything look like a video game, including wrestling today.
So we learn that he is, at this moment, 97.5% guilty. But you have to be, if you are below 80%, there's enough reasonable doubt they won't trigger the mercy seat. I'm assuming. I don't know if that means you go to jail.
I think it means you go to normal court. Normal trial.
Okay.
So you have to be basically like they're giving the people who are like, you're a criminal. You have to prove you're not a criminal.
Right. So this is where he taps into the cloud, the LA municipal cloud, which every person, if you want to have a phone apparently or any access to the internet in LA, you must opt in. In fact, that's why you got to read your fucking. I bet we're already in that, Griff, because we don't read the fucking
fine print. Yeah.
Right.
This is a great moment for a movie that just gave this immense power to people to be like, have Chris Pratt react to learning every single thing has been loading into the municipal cloud for LA. No reaction at all.
Chris Raven is like, did I delete all those dick pics I sent those thoughts?
Basically, yeah. Oh no, do they have
first thing I would do?
All the drive-through In-N-Out burgers he goes to when he's waggling his dick when he gets to the window. You know Chris Pratt's a waggler.
Chris Raven, you will be killed in 90 minutes if found guilty. Well, are you going to do it? Of course we're not going to do it. We do not take life.
AI is prohibited. So Maddox can't actually kill them. It's just when the clock goes off, you die. Right. But it's not me.
I love the premise. Like, if you like, because the thing is, apparently And how stressful would this world be? Like if you like, I'm at work, and then I get a call. You're in murder trial. I have to like help you. I'm like, Griff, like I'm working right now. What the fuck? Like, because like literally you can do that. You're allowed to just like stop working and be involved.
I like that you're trying to establish rules. The rules are not established because one of the
What if someone's like on the toilet or something? It's like, I can't. I got the runs. Like, and then you feel the guilt because you had the evidence, but you weren't at home. You didn't pick up. You're getting your dick sucked, and you turned off your fucking phone for a minute.
Exactly. They try to make it out like this whole movie takes place over 90 minutes. Why people were like, "Oh my god, this movie's so great! It happens in real time."
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Are you fucking? Of course you are.
Yes. If you're watching this, you are retarded.
Watch better movies, people. There's so many fucking good movies out there, and this isn't one of them.
All right, so apparently to avoid execution, though, you have to be below 92%.
Yeah. Then I guess maybe you get 2 AI judges? I don't know. They don't care enough about you or the story. Chris starts yelling about David Webb and how he's a rank officer.
Who is David? Oh, David Webb was the first
guy.
Yeah, that got killed by Mercy.
And so Maddox replays.
He's like, that guy's a piece of shit. I'm a police officer. I can never do anything wrong.
Exactly. I couldn't abuse anybody. I'm justice. And she's like, well, let me just show you why you're here. And so we get the replay.
I want to give one bit of credit to this movie.
Yeah.
Chris Raven is and is portrayed as a complete piece of shit throughout this entire. He's a horrible husband, horrible father, horrible cop.
Yeah.
And so I give it that.
Yeah, I will give Chris Pratt.
Except when he solves the crime at the end and he's absolved of all of his sins, and now he's a reborn. He's basically born again.
That's the problem. Yeah. Like this movie does a good job of showing that all shitty cops stick together, essentially.
So we see the footage of this. Now, this morning, when the crime happened, he's drunk.
Yep.
He's at his wife's house. He's been kicked out of the house. He's banging on the door. He's like, "Bitch, let me in." She's like, "No, you're fucking drinking again." We learned that he has alcohol. He's an alcoholic.
Yep. I got a key in the truck. Okay. Who does
We're watching this through a doorbell
ring.
key.
It is Ring.
Yeah.
You know
product
it's
placement.
Ring
Yeah.
because product placement.
Yeah.
This is, again, why movies fucking suck today. You can't get away from product placement. So he's like, I got a key in my car. Who does that? Did he keep it in the fucking visor?
Well, he'd have a key on his keychain.
On his
It's his
keychain.
home.
Did he leave his truck running? He was going in to talk to his...
Well, no, he turned it off because he's in for 26 minutes. We learned that.
Yeah.
He slaps the doorbell
his house
phone.
key isn't on his car key ring. He keeps it separate, just for fun.
So the show what a piece of shit is. He like a petulant child. He slaps the doorbell fucking
He's a
camera.
strong,
It spins
independent man.
upside down.
Yeah.
And then 26 minutes later, we see him leaving the house. His daughter Britt arrives and screams and finds her mother has been stabbed.
We start getting some like fucking visual breakdown of the house and everything, and we see that Nicole was stabbed by a right-handed man.
Chris Raven's right-handed.
And the judge, by the way, which is AI, and it's supposed to be like emotionless, but it's not. Like they like to pepper in emotion, so it's like it was stabbed by a right-handed man. Chris Raven, you are a right-handed man. It was very much, you are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Exactly.
Nicole's blood was found on his clothes. Hey, we knew OJ he was covered in blood and he was innocent. And he went to a bar.
I thought you said you were done drinking.
I don't go to bars. He just freaks out.
Oh, you don't? Snaps. Go to the bar. Of course, it's It's another floating screen.
Well, technically, it's not a bar. It was Hooters. That's technically not a bar.
What's a family tavern, right?
Exactly. So he is right.
So he's trying to motorboat some tits and
so
get some
it's
chicken wings.
literally 11. It's 10:30 in the morning because he gets killed at 11:26 is when she's killed.
Yeah.
And he is like fucking plastered drunk.
Yeah, that's when the best.
Cops show up and
out.
they're going, "Hey, buddy, we get it. We're gonna take you home. You can sleep it off."
Yeah.
And then they hear like, "No, this guy is a fucking killer." So
Yeah.
like, "Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. We're gonna have to take you in."
Right, and they're trying to just take him by the hand. They're like, "Seriously, just hold my hand. I'm gonna take you in." all we're going to do is put you up in a hotel for a day because we know that you didn't do this. But Chris has to freak out. He is drunk, so we see him like face plant. They're trying to do this video like it is like police body cam footage, so it's pixelated. It's awful.
Shaky.
It's shaky, but it at least makes sense as opposed to modern days where
He
you're like,
resists arrest, but thankfully he's white, so he doesn't get shot in the face. If they do everything, they'll probably taser him.
oh my God.
He tries to carjack a guy. They still, but they're like, white, I can't kill this guy.
Yeah.
I relate to him. So they finally get him down. They arrest him. And the Maddox goes, I have learned one constant in this court. Everyone lies.
Oh, man.
Well, I gotta call my daughter. She's got to know I didn't kill her mother.
No. Okay, people, just prepare yourselves because this is one of the we've basically got no rules set up in this movie other than 90 minutes to prove you're guilty, and here's the fucking number in the screen for a reason. Never mind. I can't even talk to it. So he's like, I need to call my daughter. Well, she's a juvenile. You can't call her.
Unless they're a witness to a crime. That's the one exclusion. You can have a minor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just found the body. She did not see the crime.
Okay. So it's like I can't just connect you to her, but you can write her a strongly worded letter, and maybe she can call you.
You can humor it.
You can shoom it.
And is this another like pro AI moment? Because he can't come up with like, I'm sorry, I did not kill your mother. He can't come up with that. He has ChatGPT write his fucking message to her.
I don't know if this is pro AI or anti-cop, which obviously if it's the anti-cop thing, I believe it. But he's so fucking stupid, he can't even write. Maybe this is actually showing how distant he is from his daughter. That he can't just say like, hey, I know everything's looking a little crazy right now. I need to talk to you, explain things. Nothing like that. Instead, he starts saying, hey, baby, I know I took you to Florida last year. Wasn't that fun? Isn't it cool? ChatGPT, I can't do this. Claude, help me. Maddox, write it for me.
So it sends out a message. And this is like much like in all the movies, you're allowed one phone call. So he's going to call his sponsor, Rob, who works with Nicole at the shipyard.
But there are very strict restrictions on this call. They could only talk about AA stuff.
Well, a character witness shit. You know, you can't talk about the crime. You can talk like I could if you I would say, yeah, Griff's totally a freaking creep. Yeah, I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Murray.
Calls up Rob, his sponsor, and Rob is like, dude, you relapsed. What the fuck? You had a year and a day. And then he's there to confirm that for the court that Chris did relapse.
Oh man. And he claims where the call ends, we're left there with Chris and Maddox, and he's like, no, me and Nicole were very happy. You gotta understand. And
I know, Mr. Raven.
I know that your
Let me
marriage.
show you your past.
Yeah, I know everything about your marriage because it was uploaded to the municipal cloud.
Right. So we see him getting married. We see him with the ultrasound of young Britt. We see the baby being born. His partner Ray holding the baby. And it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful family. How could this guy kill his wife?
And then we start to get through to his partner Ray's death.
No, before that, we see some texts from Nicole that tell a different story about their marriage. And she's talking about how strained it is, how he's drinking constantly, he's fucking rageaholic.
It's the sentence right above. They do show
No,
Ray's.
I already said about Ray's.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So we get to see that, and then we get to see.
He basically blames the death of his partner on where everything went wrong.
Yeah, because now he's coming home drunk, and now he's trying to tell his wife, like, no, baby, look, I gotta get fucking he always calls it a little buzzed, to really take the edge off and everything. And
Right.
And we get, of course,
we got to show how cold AI is. It's no emotions, Greg.
Right. And they try to make Nicole a really a person you can really like see yourself in. She's like a trad wife. She's like, here's how I make my husband's sourdough.
She's got a little
at
Etsy
home.
thing on the
She's got
side where she
Etsy.
makes jewelry.
That's right. And then when he comes home drunk, he's like, I know you do more than that Etsy shit on the side. I know you're doing more than making sourdough. I know about your OnlyFans page.
Well, and he does now because he goes into the cloud.
He absolutely does know now. He's like, I didn't even know my wife's butthole
So,
looked like that.
all right, the whole thesis of this movie, I believe, is that AI needs to be more human. So we have Maddox go, Detective Raven, love is merely a chemical reaction, much like anger. And then, so you're like, these clankers will never understand the human, what human beings are, man.
Well, Murray, I can be a little fiery, but you got to understand this is the human way. And Maddox rubs it in and be like, oh, yeah, and I bet you think you're a good dad, too.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Cut to Britt Raven's secret Instagram account.
What? I have adult supervision on that. How can she do that?
Sir, all she has to do is use a second email account. Also, everybody in this movie has a second phone.
Yes, a burner. They tell you that constantly.
And everyone's like, "Oh my god, how'd they get a burner phone?"
Like, yeah, go to the gas station.
We're inundated with phones right now, people. Like, how is this a thing for a cop? A cop who is.
He's the only one without a burner phone.
Been promoted multiple times and not know a burner phone is easy to come by. Amazing.
Well, apparently in this world it's not, because she needed to hook up her side piece.
We'll
learn about later.
Nicole did, later.
So, but somebody has a side piece. Little Brit, that little whore.
Oh my god! Can you tell us what was on her Instagram? Do you remember?
I don't remember. No.
Her flashing $1 bills.
Oh yeah, it was.
We live in a future where nobody has cash. She's flashing cash.
Well, that tracks. That's very much suburban white girl trying to be ghetto,
Yes,
like throwing
it is.
up like gang signs, like aren't even gang signs.
That's right.
It's that kind of shit.
So I'm glad you brought up suburban ghetto. Did we watch the video? Do you think we watched the video right here of the boyfriend, or is this later?
This is right now.
Right now, good. So we get to see that she's been vaping in her bedroom,
Oh yeah.
and she's been talking.
What flavor, Griff?
Murray,
What's the most corrupting flavor of vape?
Oh, for a white girl in LA, it is tamale.
Wow, I didn't know they had that.
It is more of a sweet tamale as opposed to a savory tamale, though.
Oh wow, I think it'd be spicy.
Strawberries and cream tamale. There is a little cayenne in there.
Okay.
So it
Wow.
hits you on all levels.
That
It's
flavor
inc-
profile
it's
is insane.
It's
Is
insane.
there a recipe on the fucking the cloud?
One of her Instagram posts was about it, yes.
So she's been talking with this little bad boy. He's one of those fucking like 19-year-olds and only dates girls in high school kind of thing. Broccoli head, yeah. In a bathtub.
In a bathtub.
It's like he's got like the lights down low. He's sitting in a bathtub. Is he vaping too, or what was he doing?
No, he had a joint.
Oh, whoa.
Real bad boy. He doesn't use electronic weed.
No.
He has the real thing.
Rolls his own.
The real bud. And then after he takes a huge hit because Britt is explaining.
Does he do that thing where it's like...
No, he didn't because he's
no.
cool.
Okay.
No, even when he took his shot later, he didn't even go... No, he's very cool. So we learned that Britt is saying Dad's been freaking out again. This is the whole point of the video. This is why Maddox is showing it to us. Right. Is that even Britt is saying, yeah, Dad freaked out on Mom again today. This was the night after a barbecue we'll keep learning about. And so Britt's saying, yeah, Dad's freaked out. And boyfriend's just like, yeah, babe, I'll come save you and your mom. Just say the fucking word. I'll save you right now.
And isn't this where she's like, I hear something, like my dad just came in. She's like, my dad's home. I got to get off.
Yeah, she goes, I think my dad's home. I got to go.
So Britt gets the message that ChatGPT wrote.
Well, Chris, of course, freaks out. My daughter has a second Instagram account.
What about my Promise Keeper ring? And then
That's when we get the cut through to Britt actually accepting. And you think there's going to be tension there. He's going to be like, I thought I knew my daughter, but I don't know my daughter at all.
the time is ticking, bro.
The time is
He doesn't have
ticking.
time for that. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Yeah. So he just gets right to business.
She's very upset. He's like, don't worry. I did not. Don't listen to that fucking asshole grandpa.
Yeah.
Because
he told me that only people who go to the mercy seat are guilty.
I'm not guilty, baby. I promise you. Don't listen to grandpa. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna find your mother's murderer, and I'm gonna be home, baby. Grandpa grabs the phone. How dare you? Hangs up.
I would like to inform you that it is your one call. Goodbye.
The clock is ticking, Mr. Detective Raven. We must defend yourself.
That's right. We both know the clock is bullshit. This court is bullshit. So this is the one pushback we get on AI in this movie.
Yeah.
This whole court
You've
system.
already decided I'm guilty. I'm fucked.
Maddox insults his emotions, reminds him of the task at hand. And this is when Chris is like, you know what? I needed that. Thank you, coach. You should grab my testicles next time when you really try to pet me up. I need my partner, Jack. And by the way, Jack is short for Jacqueline.
All right.
Female black cop.
I believe she was on the last season of The Awful True Detective.
Oh, wow.
She's not black. I think she's Native American.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got to say it's Michelle Rodriguez. You better look out because she's going to be the new tough. Is she a lesbian character in every movie now? Because she's got a neck tattoo, Michelle Rodriguez.
got a neck
She's
tattoo.
really fucking.
Oh, and if you're guessing, you're right. It is roses.
Of course. Yes, Jack, short for Jacqueline. So she's just like,
She's arriving at Nicole's crime scene.
which is totally. But that I don't know cop shit. But don't you think that's conflict of interest having your partner at the crime scene?
Little bit, yes. And she is like a street cop. She's a quad cop. And by quad, I mean quadricopter.
You're right. She's she's like a patrol cop. How are they partners? He's
Yeah.
a detective.
Yeah.
She's what?
None of this makes sense. But again, this movie, like modern writing, it just, no, we don't give a shit about a tight story with emotional and relating to a character because there's no eye in good storytelling.
So Jack's like, look, Chris, I want to believe you. I mean, we've been through some shit, but Mercy Court is more important than your situation.
I mean, look around us. This is clearly a crime of passion. And Chris is just muttering to himself.
So he's like, all right, Jack, go through the house. I need to pick up some deets.
Yeah, Maddox, can we do this? Can we have our camera and put me out of enhance?
Right.
And Maddox like, yes, of course I know what you want, honky.
So she's inside the house, and for some reason we need to create a 3D model over the house. And it remind me of, you ever playing the Batman games?
Yeah.
There is that detective mode where you
Yes.
can see, so you can see clues. That's exactly what this is.
That is exactly what this
Yeah.
is because every modern director is inspired by video games and not Friedkin.
We see there's been a broken vase.
Oh, no, it's just when I came in the house, I got angry and I was like, oh, fuck that vase.
No, I think he said he just got knocked over or something.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
good. And then we see there's a footprint in the blood, but don't worry, it's Britt's.
Oh, okay.
But Chris's prints are all over the murder weapon, and there's his pubes are everywhere, Griff. They got in the coffee machine, for fuck's sake. How does that happen? How do you get your pubes in the coffee machine?
The emotionless AI Maddox looks at him, goes, your fingerprints are on the knife, and raises an eyebrow. Simon Cowell, English Brit, sass style. And he goes, my wife is afraid of that knife.
I have to use it for her.
This is the perfect cop explanation of something. My wife's afraid of that knife.
I'm the only one allowed to use that knife because she's
Only
afraid
I
of
could
it.
use it. There was a day she tried to use the knife, and he slapped her and said, you used the knife wrong.
So, it's a Ginsu. So, we see there's broken plates. That probably means Nick fought back. She was throwing plates. Jack is just like, this is open and shut. We've done a million of these cases, Chris. It's a crime of passion.
Fuck. So we go back over to Chris. You know what? Give me Nicole. He calls his wife Nick, by the way. So sometimes in the notes it appears as Nick. Just so you know. Nick, we go through her call history, and he's like, you know what? The night of the barbecue, I remember her texting somebody.
While we were in the middle of an argument.
Yeah. Give me her phone history.
And sure enough, we see Britt's phone history because she's recording the argument.
Yeah, she's recording the argument.
And we see Nicole, she's like, looking down at her phone, typing some shit in. But she's like, call that phone.
Well, we don't have any kind of history. It's not connected to the municipal cloud. What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, like, where is it? And then, because it's not in the house,
yeah,
it's coming from Nick's car.
I think that jumps ahead a little bit further, but...
No, it's the next sentence right here.
Oh, it is? Okay.
So...
But Marie, I'm so
Jack,
sorry.
I love how...
You have told me, and I didn't realize this when I did the screening. You're like, this is so fucking plot heavy.
Yes.
Oh my God, is it plot heavy and dumb as fuck.
Jack doesn't have enough time to open the door. She literally breaks the window and then grabs the phone.
You couldn't go in the house and get the keys. No, she's like, oh my God. Well... Murray, we do only have 30 minutes to finish.
Oh my God!
2.5 pages.
Keep moving. Oh my God, Griff! It's a burner. We can't trace this.
Why would my wife have a burner?
It's not registered to the municipal cloud. We cannot trace this. But they look through the burner.
Of course they do. They track any numbers that are going in it. And he's like, that number right there. We need it. It's just a random phone number. Nobody today can recognize a random phone number.
I don't know my own phone number.
Yeah, I know mine. I know a few other ones. But still.
I know the one from the house at my grandma's house.
There we go.
I remember that.
I know my old phone number. I know the pizza place, 531.
So, Jack, get on your quadcopter. Check out that fucking phone. So, Chris, he's onto something because guilt has been lowered slightly.
He cracks his knuckles. He's like, there we go.
How's he doing that? He can't get his hands together. He just literally just cracks his knuckles.
The movie forgets. The movie forgets.
He pulls his hands out of the shackles, cracks them, and puts them back in.
96.7. He's like, fuck you! Fuck you!
But here's the thing, Griff. That phone is coming from Hollywood. That's a red zone now.
What?
Full of rioting, drug-addicted homeless people.
And my God, does Maddox drive home the point that it's rioting, drug-addicted poor folks. She's like, look at these fucking filth.
Well, here's the thing. We learned
Mags.
who that mysterious number was. It's a chef by the name of Patrick Burke. Because they tap into his TikTok videos where he's showing himself using a knife, Griff. That's very suspicious of a chef to be using a knife, especially a sharp one. And he's like, that's it? That fucker killed my wife.
Hold on. Maddox, can you enhance, zoom out, pan left, pan right? That chef's right-handed.
And the most important part, Griff.
Black. I'm glad we harmonized on that.
Yeah. It was like Simon and Garfunkel. So he's at his chef job, and what does he do, Griff, as soon as Jack shows up? What does every criminal do?
Murray, I have a career of watching Cops, the television show. He runs
shirtless. He took his shirt off for some reason. And what is Jack? He's like, oh, Chris is like, all right, you can release me now because innocent people don't run.
Innocent people don't. Talking. So I wish this movie were trying to make the point that Chris is awful because, yes, he is. And that would make this movie more entertaining if you had a shit character like Chris actually be portrayed as a shit character.
He is a shit character. That's the only thing they get right about this
I don't think people
movie.
recognize that. I think they look No.
He's an alcoholic. He yells at his wife and kids.
No. They got Chris Pratt for a reason. Because idiots will watch this movie and go, Chris Pratt, I agree with Chris Pratt because of Parks and Rec. We watch movies for actual movies and stories and, So I think a lot of people miss the point that he is a fucking horrible human being.
So we get an extended chase scene with shaky body cam footage. Jack finally tackles. I know this is a fantasy every woman has, but she ain't kicking. She kicks the shit out of this guy who's a fucking fit guy.
Fit guy has been doing CrossFit. I'm glad you brought up fitness. But also tackles him over like a little balcony ledge thing that they had in this building. They play that up in the trailer like they fell
Well, yeah,
off the
you gotta
building.
make it exciting. I'm dreading what the fuck I'm gonna do to promote this fucking episode because it's just gonna be pictures of Chris Pratt's face.
We've already talked about it, and I've been like, Murray, I don't know how to help you here. And that was the first moment where I was like, oh no.
Well, you've seen it, people. It's gonna be a series of Chris Pratt's face every day.
Every
maybe,
day.
Maybe a different emotion, but that's it. So she's like, "Don't worry, it's an open and shut case, Chris. You're innocent." This guy ran. We got the perp.
We get a clip back to Maddox and start talking about Jack, and finally Chris pipes up because Maddox is taking over Jack's body cam to talk to Pat and be like, where were you? How were you? You know, Maddox is trying to help prove Chris is innocent.
Chris is like, why would she be with such a deadbeat? Black. Like you!
And Pat looks into the camera and goes, you're that motherfucker. No idea who he is. He's just been seeing his wife. Why would he know that Chris exists?
Because they talk about Chris.
They talk about Chris?
Well, that's the move. He's Dexter St. Chuck, if you've ever seen Eddie Murphy's Raw.
I haven't.
It's the guy that moves in
Yeah.
and is like, I understand you, baby. I know it. So, I mean, Pat is like, he's got an agenda.
He realizes that, you know, the long arm of the law
There's something long. There's something long. I know there's an arm.
Loves to choke out the black man. So he starts talking, and he's telling him, look, I met your wife at a farmer's market.
The whitest place on the planet.
Exactly. I gave her a few compliments. I said, hey, girl,
I didn't know she was married.
You're looking good. And
apparently she wasn't wearing a ring.
Next thing you know, as white bitches do, she started following me around.
Right.
Next thing you know, she's showing up at my hotel, and I'm bringing her an omelet in the morning, and she wants to
So we decided we're going to have a little side game. I love this. This is so ridiculous. They can't just be an adult about it. Of course they would be fucking. This is a chaste relationship. He just talks to her about her problems.
If you
It was such bully. Because, you know why? Because we can't, because this is the filmmaker's idea. We can't, she's a whore now.
Yeah.
So we can't root for her to, like, her murder to be, like, solved.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have Chris be justified and like, well, you were cheating on me, so I got angry and murdered you. You can't have that.
No.
Yeah. So Maddox points out, this man has 2 phones. Why do you have 2 phones, Patrick?
And he explains it's because they were doing a side thing, him and Nick. And he got her phone because he has some, because we do learn while he's running, he's committed Social Security fraud, so he is a piece of shit, Griff. So we don't have to worry about what happens to Patrick.
I love that they went with a black person committing some kind of like, you know.
So it was like nonviolent, but still he's a criminal.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I got some connections. Gas station, really sell burner phones. And he's like, I got her a phone. They're off the cloud. That's how we were communicating. Because she would come to the hotel, and I would cook these meals for her. And we would just talk about life and shit like that. No sex ever.
No sex. She hasn't even seen my wiener. And so everyone's like, oh, well, I mean.
Well, where were you at 11:26 this morning? Sure enough, he was at work, and we have all the security footage showing it, Griff.
Yeah. You know what, motherfucker? You just need to focus on your family. If it weren't for you not listening, I wouldn't even be getting, like held down and confiscated like this.
So, no crime committed.
And yet Jack, a lesbian black woman, says, you know
Lesbian
what?
Native American woman.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You told me that.
Yes.
It was like, you know what? You're resisting arrest, and decides to book him anyways.
You're being arrested for pissing me off, is what she says. But the bogus claim is resisting arrest.
Murray, I would like to tell you now that Chris's guilt meter goes down.
Goes up.
Wait, excuse me? It goes up?
The prime suspect, has been exonerated.
Wait, when you acquit the black man, the white man's guilt goes up?
No, he's been found innocent. He has an alibi. What are you talking about?
I said when the black man's innocent is found, the white man's guilt goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You said his guilt goes down. Yeah. You know what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
His guilt goes up to 98%. That's the highest it goes because we can't go 100%. We can never prove without reasonable doubt, we can, that a crime has been committed.
I mean, even though they have the butt plug cam, they can't figure out who fucked it.
So Maddox is like, I can't believe you thought the BBC the big black cock, was he was going to solve this problem.
Again, reminder: the AI, whose job is to just be a judge, jury, and executioner, is sassy as all hell. You thought the big black cock. And then she holds up her hand and does like a little, do you drive a truck? He drives a truck.
Do you have truck nuts? Yes. We see it. They put up
Is
the
it
camera.
is it a four?
He's actually doing a fucking TikTok where he's proud of his truck nuts.
Yeah. Is it a 4-door truck with a 2-inch bed?
Is it jacked up?
Is it jacked up? You know what I saw today? A man. I've seen this man. He proudly still wears his Trump 45-47 hat in the grocery store. He had a giant, like 10-foot crucifix hanging out the
I've
back.
seen that guy. Yeah.
Around here?
Yes.
Man, you've seen him.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, there's the one guy that has the YMCA.
The wagon.
Yeah, that guy's
Yeah.
insane.
I
Anyway,
haven't-
wait, that's good. We can't talk about this.
I haven't seen him in a while. But yes, you're right.
Maybe he
90
is.
minutes. Oh my God, we only got like 30 minutes left. Okay.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago. What do you
Oh
want?
no, we had a break in there.
Okay. So he's like, I gotta think, because he has no leads now. So he goes back to like a couple days ago.
Yeah, I forget why he does it, but he was.
It's just to prove.
I think Maddox pushed him. He's like, "Don't you? Why do you think you were the perfect husband? Didn't you have horrible flaws?" And he's like, "You know what? I did." And he goes back to the time that Nick found his stash.
He's like every suburban dad. He's hanging out in the garage, drinking.
I
booze.
texted Murray and I was like, yeah, there's a great drinking scene in this, which is like Neil Breen level bad. And I didn't realize how awful. Look, I wanted you to get a shot of it for, a teaser. It's awful. And he's like, yeah, I used to hide whiskey in a brown soda bottle. For people who are into details, you'll notice that the details are completely off here because he keeps it in a clear bottle, and it is a clear liquid.
But Nick walks in. She wants to get evidence for Rob, the sponsor, that he's fallen off the wagon.
She fucks with his mind because she opens the garage and then comes in through the garage door with the camera.
Nice.
Did you see that? Because
she had to bust him. Yeah.
The other thing I love is he has one bottle of whiskey and you hear him collecting cans.
So, like every alcoholic, he's trying to deny it. And she's like, "You have to see. I'm filming this for you, so you can see what you're like when you're drunk."
And so we go back to Chris.
Babe, Ray, my partner.
We go to Chris in the mercy seat, and he's like, "Look, I never would have started drinking if it weren't for Ray's death. It's all because of Ray. That fucking Chinese man had to go die on me."
We don't technically know he's Chinese.
We don't,
No,
but
he's
this
Asian.
is Chris.
You're having very
This is Chris
racial issues.
This
to this
is Chris
episode.
Raven's racial issue. I'm triggering.
So we see a scene where Chris and Ray's partner have pulled over a car. They think it's involved with a crime.
Oh, they did?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
Because
I thought they were just pulling it over.
Because normally you're supposed to go out with your partner.
Right.
But fucking Nick calls up.
Oh, door just open. It's really windy here.
We just got tornado fucking sirens. So we might not be around in 30 minutes because of that. So Nick is calling to bitch about whatever her bullshit is.
This is one of the things when I watch this, oh my God, I hate to say this, a second time, where I was like, wait, are they subtly saying that Nick was against the AI, Maddox, the whole thing? Because she's talking about that first case was bullshit. And I was like, oh, this is like the rumblings of actual pushback in his own household. And he is an advocate.
But also, we have to, at the end of the day, Chris Raven is a saint. So we have to have this scene because what he does, Ray's like, don't worry, I got it. And he's like, no. Protocol says we have to go together. He's like, dude, just take your call. I'll handle it. It's just a speeding ticket. So morally obligation is off of Chris.
Right.
It's Ray's fault basically that he dies in this next moment.
And we just watch it from inside the car. We hear him saying, "No, your grandpa's wrong. Your dad's wrong. Like, that's not how any of this works. We do real work. Maddox is a real thing." Well, he doesn't name Maddox, but
I found this scene very confusing because Ray gets out of the car. He goes up to it. The people in the car open fire, so he gets shot.
he got shot.
I don't know what happens because it looks like Chris runs into him.
Okay. So
I he rewound it like 3 times
Yeah.
and still don't know what happened.
Ray, the partner, gets shot, falls over on Chris's windshield.
Not in the windshield, on the hood, because
On the hood.
he's in between the cars.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
on the hood. And then the perps back off.
Okay, I thought Chris ran into him.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. And I was like, man, I hate this man. And now he killed his partner for some reason. Is it because he didn't like AI? Which, again, would make this more interesting if it was a toss and tug between the cops and because this is what we're going through today, people. Thousands of people are being laid off for AI. It would make sense if Ray and Chris had a dispute.
We
over
don't have enough. Like I said, this is a modern movie. It's all plot driven. There's no asking questions. There's no character development. It's just like we need to keep moving the plot along,
90
which is why it
minutes.
was exhausting doing notes. We
Yeah.
had to pay attention at everything.
It's like when we do a fucking episode of Columbo and you're like, it is 60 minutes long. How are there this many details? But Columbo does it wonderfully with characters and development, and this movie doesn't.
So he gets Ray into the car and they give chase to the perps. They ram him in the back. The car flips. A body goes flying out. The other guy in the car runs because they're right along a beach.
Oh, right. They knock the car over. He gets the guy on the beach, very point break. He's on his knees. The waves are crashing. I should kill you! I should kill you!
He says that about everybody that he arrests. I should kill you.
Well, he's a good cop, so yeah.
So he's arrested, and sure enough, technicality, the guy gets let off.
I don't know what to tell you, Maddox. It's just getting a good little buzz on dulled the pain.
So he's making basically like a classic alcoholic. He's making excuses for alcoholism. Like this dulls the pain that I feel that I had nothing to do with. Because technically it's Ray's fault because he told me I didn't have to, help him.
For some reason, Maddox goes ahead and plays that ring footage of him going back to his house, knocking on the door and demanding Nicole let him in. And she turns the ring volume up. You see the fucking volume meter on the ring display go up.
Because AI is sticking to the case.
Yeah.
And
back to it.
He finally admits, okay, I threw that vase, and then Nick went to like a shard of glass hit her.
Yeah.
And she started bleeding, and I went to help her, and that's how I got the blood on my clothing.
Then I blacked out.
And the next thing I know, I'm in the mercy seat.
Yeah. So Chris appears to be admitting guilt here, and Maddox wants to show that he is insisting.
She's like, because he's just like, what was up with this? Like, you think the AI would be like, all right, case closed. No, it's like, no, I'm getting into the story. Please fight harder.
Yeah. I mean, clearly.
Like, is it technically? Because is it like you have to use up your 90 minutes? Could I just say in the middle, all right, I'm guilty, kill me?
I think they just want this for some kind of movie that they're going to put out on Netflix later this summer or something,
And then he admits.
True crime, stories.
Chris
They're
admits.
huge.
How could I commit a crime of passion when I had no passion left?
Okay, so he didn't like his wife.
No, they were in the dead marriage.
That's it.
That's it.
I like it. Dead sentence, dead marriage. All right, so Maddox confuses the expression thinking out loud because she's like, wait, what are you trying to tell me? I'm thinking out loud. Please, describe this. This is when they're trying to do Star Trek Next Gen, data moment. Right. And he says, I'm thinking out loud. No, that does not work. I cannot compute your thoughts out loud.
I must remind you, you have 40 minutes left. So Chris is like, all right, got to pull myself up by my bootstraps. Let me see all of Nick's contacts on her phone. There's got to be somebody that she knew that would want to kill her.
Someone in her actual phone, not her burner
Right.
phone. And he's going through all the names, but still, you got fucking, what was that Duck Hunter show with the duck people with the
Duck
big
Dynasty?
beards? There's a Duck Dynasty person in the.
Well, she does work at a shipyard. So
She
it
does,
makes sense, yeah.
but the camera kept focusing on that
Yeah,
guy.
so we got like 9 friends and like 16 coworkers
Yeah.
in her phone.
And he's going through all these people, and he's just like, no, black guy again. And she's like,
BBC, hook me up.
That's Pat.
Well, the avatar was his BBC.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know.
That's Pat. We already talked to him, and he's like, nope, I gotta talk to him again.
He's in the middle of being processed for nothing.
See, I don't think this movie intended to do this, but the cop's brain always goes to, when you're a white cop, the black guy.
Right.
All right, so it turns out Pat's getting processed right now because, of course, he resisted arrest.
But I love it. You're in the middle of Mercy, everything has to stop. You have to be involved with this fucking case. So, like, they're gonna go to fucking Pete.
And it's just like a random cop, dispatcher answers the phone. Well, he's being processed right now. I don't know if I can get to him. Get to him now. This is Judge Maddox, the AI. I know what you do at night. Would you like me to share it?
I'll get him. So we see Pat taking it very well. He's done nothing. He's being thrown in jail. And he's like, look, man, all you had to do is talk to your wife, dude. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, fuck you, Pat. He literally says it's like, fuck off. I don't need you anymore.
It's incredible, but we have to also see that our hard cop is getting along with the fucking AI. So there's a great HIPAA joke that's thrown in there, and she goes, no, I'm sorry, the AI, I don't believe in medical records because the HIPAA has too much red tape around it. And he's like, oh, geez, lion. Oh.
So he's like, all right. They check out the friends. There seems nothing suspicious about the friends. It's just a normal, all women hate each other anyway kind of situation. Look into the coworkers. Did anything go missing? Sure enough, some chemicals were missing. And we learned that Nick was asked by her boss to look into this, to check on the coworkers. And Chris is like, all right, Pat, go fuck yourself. Goes back to work. He calls up Jack. I need you to go to Viking Shipping, which is where Nicole works.
We get a nice little tense moment
This
here.
is where it gets good, Griff. This is where the meat of this movie, the theme, if you will.
Chris is having a hard time because Maddox like, you're not proving your innocence. Innocence. What are you doing
She
here?
says, the facts say you're guilty. And he goes, facts are black and white. But the truth is in the gray. Parentheses, think with your gut. This is it. The whole message of this movie is AI will be great if we allow it to think with its gut, which would be the worst thing possible to do with AI.
Really, it is saying, stop thinking so logically. Think like an idiot.
Put your personal biases into the equation.
Parentheses, arrest more black people like Pat. Exactly. What about my bird watching neighbor's camera?
What about it? I didn't know. He has a neighbor. The neighbor that's behind him.
Yeah.
Has like a website.
Okay, this would be awful, and I would talk to my neighbor if they had a camera pointing into my backyard.
A motion detection camera, though.
So it's supposed to be, of course, for when birds land in the bird
Which we
feeder.
know what it's. He wants to see.
Misses.
Yeah, like
walk out.
tanning nude or
bird
something.
watching. Yeah.
So he's like, but it has a perfect view of his backyard because they want to know how.
Oh, I like what you did there.
Did I say backyard?
You did.
We wanted to because he's
People,
like
the black guy's
he's
guilty.
convinced he was innocent because he went through the front door, so the perp had to go through the back.
That's right. So he's thinking there's going to be a time lapse of it. Oh wait, Murray, you were just joking about this earlier. Earlier. It just so happened the internet cut out for that 5 minutes. Very Epstein.
Right. And by the way, that's what I was thinking because that makes sense in the world of this stupid movie. No, it literally was a coincidence that the internet went out.
Yeah.
just when they needed it.
Just when they needed it.
But
So
it's going to load.
It's uploading.
Yeah.
It's stored locally, and it has to upload. They used archiving. It's the wrong word.
Which this is the thing. This is why Mercy Seat is so stupid. Because you can literally die because of just a fuck up like this, a glitch.
Think about it.
Because you got to be 90 minutes.
If Comcast was having a hard day, you have 90 minutes, and Comcast's like, "Hey, sorry, your internet's a little slow right now," or
Clock's
it's
ticking,
or
yeah.
it's down. Think about all the high def videos he's enhancing. It's just like, no, sorry, this is it. You shouldn't have been around a crime.
So they use some street footage, and they see that they had a barbecue on Sunday where all of Nicole's coworkers were invited, and we learn that Rob, his sponsor, who also works with Nicole,
Oh, you brought names.
he brought 3 people: Carla, Maria, and Leo, and we learned that they did not leave with him.
Yeah. So they're like,
He took
oh.
2 other different people,
Two
which is
completely
weird as
different
fuck. I don't know, this would be suspicious to me.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how to think about all this, too. So Chris is like, all right, you know what? Load up Brit's boyfriend video.
You got to remember, people, at this point, he's all gut, which Maddox cannot understand at all. He's everything he's doing, because none of it makes sense. He's going by his gut.
That's right.
So, like you said, he goes, let me see that footage again, because I remember something was strange. And we learned that
It
noise.
was at the end of the boyfriend video.
Oh.
She goes, I think my dad is home. And he goes, what time is this at? And it's timestamped as it would be if it was posted to Instagram or whatever, which I don't think Instagram has live communication like this. Anyways.
It does in 3 years.
No, it does in 3 years.
Yeah.
So they have a timestamp, and then he goes, wait a minute. Go to the last place I was clocked in at, and he's doing a facial recognition at his work at the exact same time. How could I be there if I'm there?
So we cut back to Britt. She's like, I guess she calls her dad or whatever, and she's like, or no, this is
when Britt, who masterclass of acting, because she goes from, Dad, what has happened, to, Grandpa's telling me that only guilty people are in the mercy seat, to, Dad, how could you do this? I've been on the internet. I did my own research. You're guilty. You have to be guilty.
why did you start drinking again? And then she's just like, well, they want to watch the video because Britt after this,
Okay.
this is such a dense fucking movie.
She just suddenly, after telling him, you've been drinking. That's why you're an asshole again. That's why the internet's calling you guilty. Is that you are this different person.
But she wants to help because she had an Instagram video, ghost hunting, if you will, because she was going to investigate what that noise was that she thought was her father.
Okay, you're building it up like she actually was like, well, that ghost video kind of proves you're interested. No, Chris Raven tells her, no, I didn't. I love you. And she goes, oh, okay. And then Grandpa steals the phone.
Anyway, there's a video Britt made when she heard the noise, and she's goofing around saying it was a ghost. But Chris is like, whoa, wait a minute, because he's watching that video and he notices this irritated the fuck
Oh
out
no,
of
this
me.
is awful.
He's like, wait a minute, the basement door is never open. And he's like, did you go down the basement? Dad, I never go down to the basement. What?
No. This makes perfect sense for an overbearing, controlling asshole. We always close the basement door in this house. No, this scene.
But what doesn't make sense is she never goes into the basement ever.
No, that didn't make sense. You're right about that. But him freaking out about the basement door not being closed is the same level of only I get to use that knife. Nicole doesn't.
Because you know why? Because that's where Mom and Dad do their OnlyFans shit in the basement.
Oh,
They
do it together too?
They're trying
For
to
the municipal cloud?
They're trying to get the marriage back together. And isn't that supposed to work? Swinging.
Yeah, swinging.
He said he had no passion.
Works every time.
He had no passion. He thought maybe if we started swinging, maybe with some of your coworkers at Viking,
maybe
guy with the beard, Duck Dynasty guy looks pretty good.
Maybe. Well, we see him.
But then he goes, and this isn't a joke. Wait a minute. can you enhance? Of course I can enhance.
I told you it's enhance the movie.
Enhance. And then we go zoom in and we see what looks like a hand holding the doorknob and closing it slowly of the basement.
That's right.
And he's like, that's a hand. That's it.
My innocence.
Someone from the barbecue hid in the basement for 2 fucking days. And because they never go, I guess because they were having trouble because he had whiskey dick. So they weren't filming in the basement.
That's right.
So nobody went down the basement for 2 fucking days. We know that Britt is never allowed in there. And then even Maddox is like, well, you're really stretching. That could be a hand.
Is this what you call a gut feeling? Because I call it bullshit. I'm sick of this. And I got to remind you, if you're going to tie this into some kind of chemical theftery out of your wife's Viking corporation, you need to actually prove that now. Otherwise, your guilt level is not going to go under 80%.
So it's like, okay, give me Nicole's work emails.
Yeah.
We start digging, and we learned that the theft was ureal granules.
Urea.
What is that? And we learned that an extra 50 kilograms of it was loaded onto an order weekly. It was never like the people that were supposed to get it got the right order.
Right.
But there was some the last check they have to do, there was always 50 grams extra. And so somebody was skimming that 50 grams off.
Skimming is the right word to use.
And he's like, why? What do you use this for? It's like, well, it can be used in makeup and cosmetics and meth making.
And then they cut to all those red zone footage shots, and it's a Fox News sizzle reel of homeless people fucking under bridges, smoking meth.
It's called a soup kitchen.
Smoking crack, and then, just trying to eat soup.
No. Homeless people fucking under a bridge is called a soup kitchen. That's a phrase.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So he's like, all right, that's got to be it. So we see a conversation. He taps into Vikings
again. He's got
security.
the municipal cloud, so he can talk into even private businesses.
Because he saw there was an email from a guy named Holt. That and he's a very shifty looking character.
Oh, he looked like a meth dealing,
And he says
hobo
something
fucker.
like, "I think I might have found something," in the email title. So he's like, "Okay." He taps into Vikings file.
As
or
anybody who works
cameras.
in a corporate office knows, these emails are dime a dozen. I constantly email my boss, I think I found something important.
We see Nick and Holt at Viking, from a security camera, having a heated argument because he's like, look, can we just hold off for a couple days? So Holt's looking super suspicious.
Right. And Nicole throws down a clipboard and huffs her way off. And he's like, pull me up Holt's bank account. Chase Bank pulls up.
Didn't they? No, they had something of his where it had advertisements for online gambling on.
Yes, it was. It was his email. He was getting gambling to his work email. That was...
That's what a degenerate he was.
Oh.
And we pull up his bank because I'm glad everyone can look at everyone's bank accounts. And we see that he's 24 grand in the hole.
Right. Police state is great, people.
But wait, what is this? Somebody deposited $4,500 into his... And it's from Rob.
Yeah. I think real gambling addicts would look at negative 24,000 in this economy. Think about this economy right now where meat is $35 a pound. Expatriate, you do the math for 3 years from now. $24,000 in 3 years is going to be Zimbabwe money.
Griff, he's onto something.
It's going to be $2.
Guilt drops to 94.7%. But he still has to prove Holt was involved with this. So he calls up Rob. And look who answers, Griff.
Holt.
And he's like, hey, I'm looking for Rob. Oh, I think I saw him outside.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You left the app open. So, app? Now we use an app for phone calls?
It's 3 years in the future, Griff. Anything's
God
possible. So he's like, I'll go find him. I think he's on the other side of the fucking yard.
My favorite part of this movie, Holt driving around shipping container yard in a truck with a diesel engine just going, hey, Rob. You hear it from a camera hovering above him. Just him going, hey, Rob.
So Maddox is like, it appears Holt has no alibi. So he's like, yes, I got this motherfucker. So Chris is like, hey, what's going on with that bird cam footage? And it turns out it's a motion capture, so we're just getting like shots of birds.
It only turns on.
Nothing
for
comes
birds.
from this scene.
No.
Because we see
it only proves that no one came out the back door.
Well, it doesn't, because we see a bush rustling, and we're like, is that how he got in? Nothing. They never mention this ever again.
Right. They're trying to imply that's what it was, but yeah, this is not a tight script. It's depending on their audience not caring, not giving a shit.
I think AI wrote this script.
I think AI wrote a lot of this.
There's a couple scenes where Chris Pratt had 6 fingers.
I did notice that too.
So Holt returns. Hey, man, I couldn't find Rob. And Chris is like, I know you did it, motherfucker.
Yeah, Chris decides after he had no alibi, he decides to push it because he's a good cop.
Right.
He knows you just have
Griff.
gut.
Thinking with the gut.
You know what we should open this episode with? Devo's gut feeling. But we could do that for any cop movie.
Good gut health. And he immediately crumbles.
Yeah.
And he's like, Rob, he's the guy that's been stealing. I was covering for him because he gave me some money for my gambling debt.
I already had a conversation with him, and Nick wanted to have a private conversation with him as well.
Rob wanted to have a conversation because we learned that Holt, because we thought that Rob had left the barbecue.
That's right.
But Holt had taken
because Rob is an AA sponsor.
Right.
So he is a clean, sober man. So we thought he was driving home the drunks, but no, Holt took his truck home.
Because Rob wanted to talk. He wanted to clear the air about this. It's a horrible confusion. He's not stealing. He wanted to talk to Nick about it.
Right.
So he's like, so he was going to find his way home, which makes this. I mean, I know it's a stupid story. They need to fill the gaps, but this makes no sense. Like, yeah, take my car, and then what? I'm supposed to walk to my car? You're supposed to come pick me up?
How did Holt get there?
Everyone had musical cars. He was like,
yeah.
Nobody drives home in the same car.
It's the most un-American thing ever. We all know we all drive single cars. There's no such thing as a carpool in America. So Chris calls into Jack, and he tells her, you got to get over to Rob's place right now, because they already know Rob's place.
So basically what we're saying is Rob hid in their basement for 2 days. Their sex dungeon, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And they start looking into Peterson, the neighbor's car. And it gets tracked at a random fucking Walmart parking lot, because you can tell because it's 4,000 C's away from the actual store. He parks at the back where, the semi-truck drivers jerk each other off. And we're waiting there, and he's like, okay, it's just semi-truck drivers jerking each other off. Rob.
Getting out of Peterson, the neighbor's car.
That's right.
So we're supposed to think that rustling was Rob.
Yeah. So Murray, that guilt meter's got to drop pretty low, right?
93.4%.
Are you fucking this guy is still 13.4% over guilt?
So Chris is like, what the fuck? It's him. And he gets mad. And he's like, God damn you, Maddox. Use your robo-gut.
Logic. Hello, I am
BB.
Judge Maddox. I will be your...
BB.
I didn't want to rest Craven the rest of this movie. So the SWAT...
So the
okay.
the just saying use your gut blows the mind of AI.
It shorts out, and then
is it rebooting guts?
Yeah, it reboots, and then Chris goes, I'll have to keep that in mind for later. And he twinkles at the camera, and it's like, I hate you. I hate this AI system. Everything about this movie is so horribly flawed and awful. You're not making the justice system sound better.
So apparently, if you're in the Mercy trial thing, you can call a SWAT team.
Yeah.
Because Jack and a SWAT team show up at Rob's place. And we learn that he's fucking doing his constitutional rights to bear arms, Rob.
Yeah.
And through the help of Chris. Chris got him an AR-15, as you do with your friends.
That's right.
But Rob's
you got
not
me
home.
sober. I got you armed.
But Rob isn't home, but his car is here.
And they're like, wait, but what about his car's there? What's going on with the Viking delivery trucks? One of them's had their GPS removed.
And there are no plates, so you got to do old-fashioned tracking it down. You can't use the securities footage.
You know, it would be really hard when you have a full police state to find a semi-truck with Viking prints on it when you can use AI that can
18-wheeler.
that can plug into any butt plug in the city. It can't find
That's where we
Viking.
went wrong. We put too much money into the butt plug technology.
Well, again, it's the conservatives being too obsessed with trans people. They have.
So a SWAT guy's like, Chris, this place is clean. There's nothing. I mean, look, there's just all I found is this picture.
A cop holds the picture up into the camera
Wait a minute.
frame. God, seriously. It makes me so sad for the youth that are looking at this movie and going, man, they really fucking hammered out a tight
Chris's
script.
Raven sense starts tingling.
Is that a right arm in that photo?
Who does that arm? Because it's a photograph's been ripped in half.
It has been.
And he's like,
It's not even the same photo. It's just it's not even it's not the same photo. And yet he ripped off the arm and put it in the side of it.
whose arm does that belong to? This is how sophisticated we can find arms, because every arms are like fingerprints. Everyone is different.
Well, they uploaded the photo, even though it was 30 years ago. Somebody uploaded it to Murray. Go ahead and say it with me. Facebook.
We learned that Rob was raised in an orphanage. We also learned that remember the call at the very beginning where Rob had said. The first call he made to Rob, and Rob was like, "Oh, he fell off the wagon." He's like, "Wait," because they're in the garage now.
Yes.
And he's like, "Wait a minute, I noticed that big-haired, sexy '80s babe on there."
It said Viking. It was a Viking calendar,
Right?
But it wasn't in the Viking compound. It was in a different location.
It was in Rob's garage because they're seeing it as they're searching the garage.
his meth lab.
And yeah, and we see that there's been evidence has been burned. All these papers were because you got to burn them in a hobo like barrel, so the evidence is
And then
burned.
they were like, "Wait, hobos. That arm." I have a feeling.
They immediately assume that he was cooking meth.
Yeah, of course they.
But he's like, how are they going to move that much fucking meth? Because they learned that over the process, they're like, as he's been skimming, he's got 500 kilograms of this urial granules.
Yeah. Maddox, what could somebody do? I mean, what is Rob's background? Is he even a chemist? Well, he's a master's in electrical engineering.
Well, you could make meth if you knew that.
You could definitely yeah.
So Mad is like, we've analyzed that is urial granules.
She, from a body cam on a cop, looks into a barrel and assesses
Yes.
urea granules. That's the power of it. So again, this movie is pro AI. It's so incredible, but also it's so incredibly flawed.
This whole movie is flawed. So one of the cops goes, "Chris, we got him. Look what I found. Anarchist cookbook.
Pristine condition.
It was the first printing, Griff. Of course it's pristine. You got to take care of that shit."
He had that fucking shit wrapped. Okay.
So he's like, "Oh my God, are you saying he's not making meth?"
He could have built a bomb.
He made a bomb, but what's the target? And they're going through it. And as they do that, they go, "Hey, we found that Viking semi." And they go, "Oh, we got a match for that fucking arm, too." It's David Webb. David Webb? You mean the David Webb, the first not victim, the first criminal that was killed by the Mercy Project? Oh, my fucking God.
This was about me, Chris Raven, and
we learn
Mercy.
That David Webb is the brother of Rob, and they were separated.
Not
at birth, because they grew up in a shitty family. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my God, this is about me and Mercy."
So they get all the cameras on Rob barreling that semi truck full of a bomb.
He's fucking like Mad Max and Road Warrior. He's just fucking going through this.
Of course, Chris is freaking out. Keep all your cameras on him, and yet somehow, despite the fact that we have 19 cameras on him, he slipped a semi-truck with a full...
What happens is Chris is like, "It's about me." oh my God, check on Britt. And then they go,
But they're watching the video
right.
of him driving. So there's 19 cameras on him. And then Chris goes, wait a minute. Cameras are all gone. He goes to the Ring doorbell
Right.
of Grandpa's house
Yeah.
to find that Britt is welcoming Rob.
Right. Because he assumes, because it's about him, he's going to do something to Britt. And he's right, because his guts.
So the hovering cameras around him just went away so we could get off.
No, this was earlier footage.
Oh, it was earlier
Yeah.
footage.
So he already has Britt.
You know what?
Yeah.
You see, here I am giving this movie its credit. You know what? I think you're right.
So he kidnapped Britt. So Britt is in the semi with him. Meanwhile, back at the SWAT team, oh my God, we hit a trigger! Everybody out! And this huge explosion blows the garage up. Jack barely flies away on her quadcopter.
And Chris, of course, tells her, well, good. Get back to work. I need you to track down the truck. So Chris's guilt goes to 0. So this movie's over.
No, because he still needs to use AI to stop Rob. He cares that much about justice, Griff. But Maddox is like, but you'll die. She's all of a sudden full of emotion.
No. She's like, no, you're innocent. You have to leave the chair now. No, I have to stay in the chair because I have to conduct this situation.
I have to have access to the cloud.
This is where we get propaganda, where he's like, no, I need access to every single last little inch of butthole camera to get my daughter out of this.
It's a butt plug camera, by the way. And Maddox is like, even if it means you'll die, yes. Even if it means I'll die. To save my daughter, I'll do anything except be her father.
I have to tell you, Chris Raven, your gut instinct is better than my factual, logical thinking.
And then all of a sudden, Maddox has an existential crisis. Do I even need to exist?
What if I failed the other mercy?
Chris is like, whoa, this is about me right now. My daughter's in trouble. Shut the fuck up.
Maybe I can stop myself.
This is irritating. Oh. Because he basically admits they're both pieces of shit.
Yes.
Maddox and him.
We all saw
But
it.
maybe, just maybe, I can make up for being such a shitty person, an awful husband, awful father for fucking 20 years by stopping this bomb. Hey, Maddox, let's solve this thing together.
With Britt, Rob is heading straight for the mercy
We got
seat.
a bunch of another.
Oh.
The chase scenes were so obviously AI generated,
God.
and it was infuriating.
And they use this filter of like body cam footage at times to help it look distorted and awful, but it looks awful.
And it literally looked like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
You see cop cars going off ramps and flying.
Ramps. No, if you actually do watch the trailer you will see that exact scene.
Of course, because you got to make something exciting out of this boring movie.
Oh my God, the trailer does not build up this movie correctly at all.
So Rob is heading straight for Mercy Seat. They're trying to like push him away into another route.
Yeah, and then they start setting out well, we know this thing could blow up all of LA if it gets into
Yeah,
downtown.
they actually show it. It's like a nuclear warhead hits LA. So
Yeah.
he goes, it's Mercy.
And suddenly the Mercy Room, I'm gonna say
what was that for?
I'm gonna say Mercy Room because suddenly
It's a holodeck from Star Trek.
You're right. It turned. Okay, seriously. I'm so annoyed by this, and I'm
So
glad
was
we
I.
brought it up.
Yeah.
Suddenly the Mercy Seat turns into Mercy Room, and it's a full immersion, and he's surrounded by the nuclear bomb that could be
Right.
going off, and we see this keep happening.
Right, this is the amp up the fucking drama.
It's so awful. Oh.
So SWAT's like, don't worry. We got a little bit of our own technology. Luther technology. A little runaway here. They got the fucking Gene Simmons fucking bomb little scooter thing.
That's what you were trying to say the other
Yeah.
day. Oh, my God. So it scoots under, but Chris has a hard line into Havelock. the guy running the thing, and he's like, you can't do this, man. You can't do this, man. My daughter's on that fucking ship.
And he's like, sorry, man. Sorry, bro. This is the whole world's gonna blow up. LA is gonna be destroyed. No, my daughter's more important than LA.
And he is saying that while he makes the begging eyes up to Mercy or Maddox.
And then we see the little like fucking runaway thing go underneath the truck.
That arm, yeah.
And then he's like tensing himself, and then he opens his eye, and then finally
you hear Havelock go, misfire, it didn't fire.
He says no detonation.
No detonation.
And then Mercy winks at Maddox winks at Chris, and she finally gets a Griff. It's guts. Who gives a shit about L.A.? This is a man's daughter that he barely cares about.
All right, Jack, I need you to fly in front of this fucking car. I need to talk to Rob. Can you get the line in the truck right now? I got the line in the truck right now. You can talk to him.
Rob confesses to everything. So we know Chris has been exonerated. Meanwhile, why did Nicole say it was Chris?
Murray,
they didn't. We never.
I'm so glad you brought it back to that because
right.
they pushed this under the rug.
Yeah,
they threw it out in the bathtub with the bathwater and the baby.
And how did he escape?
Doesn't matter.
Was he rustling
Peterson's
through the bushes?
Car, apparently.
Because we know that the Peterson's camera is motion detector, so it would pick him up as soon as he walked out of the back door.
Right.
Did he dig a tunnel while he was in the basement, and then it was underneath the bush? Did he know about
the camera and like lay down and somehow went over?
I can't believe we care more about this than the makers of this fucking movie.
Well, we want modern movies to care a little bit because we watch a lot of dumb movies that make far more sense than this piece of shit.
All right, so he confesses to everything. He's like, my brother was fucking innocent, and Mercy fucking killed him.
No, your brother was a murderer.
He was a homeless drug addict. Of course he was a murderer.
And Jack is like, I've heard enough. I'm going to open fire.
She's like, did she even say that? She just opens fire on the guy.
Yeah, she just starts
shooting. And she's like, fuck, Jack.
We're doing it for a podcast.
She's like, what are you doing, Jack? And he's like, I had a shot. I had to take it.
So Rob crashes into the Mercy building. And Chris is yelling
somehow, Jack gets like flung off, like her quadcopter gets like they go down like an alley or some shit.
Oh yeah,
she, like,
yeah.
crashes.
They go down an alley. She gets shaken off, so she takes some time to recover here.
So he crashes through the lobby. And thankfully, Maddox they had 4 minutes. They evacuated this giant high rise.
Yep.
In 4 minutes.
Yep.
So it's okay that she risked everybody's life.
They practice their fire drills because of how little people care about AI data centers in the middle of LA. I'd imagine, where they have very much abundance of water.
Chris is like, Maddox, release me.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2.2, 1.
Right at fucking
She's rebooting.
I thought it was awesome.
She was going through a Windows update, and if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
They did. It's like the NBA. They went to the tenths of a second.
Yes,
to
they did.
really,
Yes,
and then
they did.
0.1 pop. They flick off, and he leaps out of the chair.
But he can't.
And
do
as
this.
soon as he leaps out, the chair explodes.
I
don't know why.
He can't. Well, of course he did. A nuke.
Yeah.
He can't do this alone. So he gets a little like fucking earpiece, and it tunes right back into Maddox.
Yeah, because he needs still access to the cloud.
Yeah.
So so he puts out like a bulletproof vest. I think he doesn't have a gun or anything.
No,
he's in an elevator.
But he's got to save his daughter.
He's in an elevator. He goes down to the lobby.
He's got to figure out a way to disarm Rob, who has his daughter.
Well, he needs some more info.
Yeah.
So, and the only way you can do that is by tapping into the cloud, which you can only do through a crime. So he's like, we need to reopen the case of his brother.
Case number 1,
Not
David
not
Webb.
so we can maybe prove maybe he's right.
No,
it's because
just-
I have to access
I'm a
the
white
cloud.
man, and my white daughter needs to be freed. She needs to live her best Jinko Jean life.
So Maddox is like, I'm down. Maddox is fucking down for anything now. Full gut mode.
These people, this might be the prequel to Her, because this AI and this man are about to fuck.
We learned that Rob has, of course, he has the dead man switch.
Yeah.
So if you shoot him, he releases it. Everybody goes up.
Maddie chimes in. Hey, by the way, you just have to pull the battery. There's an 88% chance if you pull the battery, it just won't trigger.
So Rob is pleading his case because he thinks he's going to get a retrial. So he's for his brother, and he's pleading the case for his brother. He's like,
Oh, yeah. Maddox chimes in and goes, hey, you're Rob? Your brother's David Webb? Yeah, we understand that you have more evidence to bring forth to the court, so I'm going to open the case, so go ahead. And Rob's distraught. You know, he's a madman right now. So he's like, oh, let me do it.
and he proves his fucking brother was innocent because he's like, look, he was living on the streets. I
called-
met up with him.
He called me.
Well, he this is important. He's like, I gave my brother some cash and
a cell phone,
a burner.
Oh, it was a burner.
And so, because we need that, because he's like, I was talking to him at the time that this murder of like another homeless person. Like I love how they murder a guy or execute a guy for a homeless person. They have no problem with people being homeless, though.
No.
So he's like, there's no way, because I was talking to him for hours on the phone, but they have no way of accessing this phone grift to prove that.
Right.
All they had was the burner that Rob had when he was arrested.
Right. And that's an evidence, right?
Well, who arrested Rob?
Well, we've been hearing about it this whole fucking movie because she keeps bragging about it. Jacqueline, a.k.a. Jack.
And we see that no phone was registered into evidence at all.
By the way, right now, on his knees is Rob trying to confess his case while Chris holds a gun on him because he tackled him and took him down and got a gun and put it to his face. And suddenly, when all this revelation's coming out and we see the footage of Jacqueline go into to evidence and supposedly put the evidence away, boom, 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 boom.
Wait. No, you're right. You got to play how have this scene. Because this is the classic.
Take it.
This is the have your cake and eat. This has been in almost every movie we've ever done.
Take it.
Have your cake and eat it at the same time. Our hero is a good person who will, no pun intended, show mercy at all times.
Of course
until
he will.
he's forced to murder the villain.
Okay.
So we've had it a million times where the hero's got the gun. He's like, oh, motherfucker! And even like, and Britt's like, Dad, no!
You said it multiple times in this movie. He's done this.
And then he's just like, no, I'm not going to kill you. And we have this in every movie. And then we always have our hero turn their back. And it didn't happen in this movie, but it always happens where that's when the villain grabs the secret gun out of his ass, pulls out the fucking butt plug can, pulls the gun out, and then he's forced to kill.
Right.
So you're a good person because you don't want to kill, yet you get to kill at the same time.
But what happens in this movie? Because that doesn't happen.
No, Jack kills.
Yeah.
Well, she shoots him. She doesn't kill him.
Shoots him through the shoulder. As we know, will not kill you and makes you silent. So he's like, Jacqueline, why would you do that? He was completely, confiscated and everything. Whatever.
And then this is where we learn what Jacqueline basically framed his brother. And she's like, look, I did it, all right? And we see a thing where she's dropping out like the burner off an overpass.
Overpass. And she's like, I did it for mercy. We need it. They're killing us by the hour. We need this.
The first trial had to be perfect. We need justice. Then that's what Chris goes. He's like, Jack, we need justice, not this. And then we get a scene where we wrap it up where the robot's like, wow, I have learned that gut instincts are how you should solve crimes.
Yeah, and Chris tells it back like, yeah, we might all lie, but we all have feelings.
Well, no, his thing is like, look, humans are awful, but we can be better. We can, as our First Lady said, be better.
Be better. Look up
and he's
look up the Vic Berger Melania Trump video.
And then he says, And maybe AI can be better too. So it's okay if AI makes mistakes because you're going to
all
try
make-
to be better.
We all make mistakes. Put all your eggs in that basket because we all make mistakes. This is a fucking shit of a movie.
Griff.
We went a little bit
Oh my
further
God,
over.
we actually just died 26 minutes
We
ago.
died a while ago.
You've been
yeah.
listening to AI.
Yeah.
Did you
I
know?
hope it- I hope-
Did you hear the transition?
I
Is
hope
it
AI
natural?
Griff and Murray lived up to it.
Well, if Griff and Murray are still alive for next week, you're gonna really enjoy this one. I guarantee. I was hoping to get it 90 minutes, so because we gave you. I mean, it was an amazing episode, but it was 3.5 hours last week. So I wanted to give you guys a breather.
We were trying, but also when we hit that fucking heavy plot, we're like, oh fuck.
Imagine if we actually talked about our personal bullshit in the opener.
Oh
how
my
long
God.
it would have went. So you're welcome.
We really.
But Griff, I wanted a breather because this next one's going to be minimum 2 hours.
Oh no.
I've been holding on. Thankfully,
no.
nobody died in the past week, so I can actually do the movie I wanted to do for the longest time because I had given up hope, Griff. I had thought we were done with the Sensei. I thought it was just going to be, it was just going to be chocolate donut goatees from here on out. But I went down to his early 2000s rapper co-star era, which I've totally ignored because I was done with Seagal after like Under Siege.
I was as a child too.
But there's some gold to be mined in here, Griff.
Ooh, gold
I
is on
found
hill?
I found a little movie, Detroit cop. I forget what his name was, but it's a sensei. He's coming back to his roots as a
Okay.
Detroit cop,
Okay.
going up against relevant at the time. I think he's dead now. DMX. The Rough Riders, was that what the DMX was?
Yeah, Rough Riders for Life.
It's a little movie called Exit Wounds.
Yes, I know all about seeing this at the fucking video store, man.
Well, we're going to enjoy it next week, and until we get replaced by AI, keep it warm.